Welcome Strategy Battle Games to another GBHL YouTube video. You're here with your host GBHL Damian, and this is matchup of the day. So yes, welcome indeed to week 2 of Match of the Day. I am GBHL Damian, and this week I'm joined by
David Reid.
Mr. David Reid of Sterling Wargamers. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well. No one ever asks.
It's nice to be nice.
Yeah, it is. Do the other guy on the videos, he never asks?
Oh, that other guy, yeah, he's awful. Awful guy.
We will have seen you on the channel in a few things.
A couple of things.
Yeah.
A couple of player reviews.
An entirely sober preview of Sterling Wargamers.
Hugely professional preview of some Wargamers tournament.
Ago.
A couple of vlogs have probably cropped up in.
Absolutely. But of course, today we are here for week 2 of Middle-earth World Cup and Group 2.
The highlight of my GBHL career so far.
Being here for a pundit. You might, David will be joining us certainly for today, possibly for later on in the week, but we might be joined by other Scots as well.
Available.
So make most of it while you're here. Taking the fire and so forth. So, Group 2, we have Goblin Town, Sharky's Ruffians, Rohan and the Fiefdoms. Yes. So first up, what I'm going to ask you is, who wins the group and who's the runner-up?
Rohan win the group.
Rohan win the group.
Rohan definitely
that
win
is
that group.
Eowyn and 7 warriors with throwing spear.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yep.
For what reason?
Throwing spear.
Throwing spears.
Throwing spears win the group against the low defence.
Because we've got Goblin Town who are defence 3, Ruffians probably defence 4, and
Or
the
3.
Clansmen and Axemen who are defence 5 possibly.
Tops.
Yeah, so
They've lucked
5s
out
to
by
win.
getting 4s or 5s to win on the throwing spear.
Okay, so Eowyn, not a great hero. I think she's just Eowyn, isn't she? No armour or shield.
Just Eowyn.
And 7 warriors Rohan. You think the throwing spears will carry the day?
The throwing spears will carry the day. There's no any shooting on the other side apart from whip.
Yeah, there's 3 Ruffians with a bow.
It's a little bit, but not enough, I
distance.
don't think.
And so who's your runner-up?
Goblin Town.
Goblin Town.
Goblin
That's
Town.
Grinner with 12 Goblin Town
Yeah.
warriors who can use 2-handed weapons if they want.
If you can.
Based on?
Numbers and might points.
Yeah, because Grinner's got 3.
Grinner's got 3 might, they got 12 guys.
That's exciting. In a wonderful twist, unlike last week, we're going to disagree. The tension. I've also gone for Rohan to win.
Yeah.
I went for Sharky's Ruffians
Sharky's
to
Ruffians.
come second. They've nearly got the same numbers as the Goblin Town, and they can immobilise that filthy 3 might hero of yours.
Nah. Sharky's Ruffians.
Do they?
They're going to be the whipping boys of this group.
The Whipping Boys.
Boys.
Oh, it's good. It's strong.
The pun game is
The
strong.
pun is strong with this one. But I think we are in agreement that Angbor and 5 Fiefdoms guys are they the Dunland of this group? Spoilers.
I think I have to hate to say that the Scots are going to go out in a glorious defeat.
It's going to be a bit like the last Battle of Braveheart rather than the first Battle of Braveheart.
It's going to be like most things involving Scotland in modern days. Glorious defeat.
Who is your, in case of viewers I know, what would you say your army of choice is?
As in from the army I would use.
Yeah.
Harad.
Harad. So are you cheering on a kind of Harad army in this?
Harad are woefully underrepresented, I feel, in this.
Yeah. I mean, do you feel like it's because there isn't a Harad army, is
It's
it?
no Harad, no Wimbar.
I suppose your favourite army not being represented at a World Cup is quite similar to your normal experience nationally.
Well, there was that one time in 1998, back when I was 9.
Did not plan that. But yes, so we're going for both saying Rohan won it, and I'm going for Sharky's Ruffians to run it up, and you're going for the Goblin Towns as run it up.
Yes.
But our first matchups, it's the Rohan against Sharky's Ruffians. You think Rohan win?
Yes.
Yeah. I think Rohan win that.
Yep.
Obviously, we're both picking them to win the group, so that's fair enough. Throwing spear them to death.
Throwing spear to death.
Yeah.
Throwing spears for the win.
And our second matchup today is the Goblin Town against the Fiefdoms.
I think the Goblin Town win that.
Yeah, I'm going to agree on that as well. We both think Goblin Town overwhelms 6 crazy Scots.
Yeah, well, some of them aren't even Scots.
This is
makes
true.
it even worse.
Are they Welsh?
I don't know.
But yeah, they outnumber them 2-1, don't they? Look. So we're agreed on the matchups. We think Goblin Town and Rohan are taking it.
Goblin Town and Rohan.
We are going to go and watch those matches now, and we'll come back after we have. Right.
Yeah, I think cool.
So we are back, having watched both the games. Remember, guys, as ever, make sure you go and watch the 2 matches from Group 2, Round 1, before you watch on. We're going to start with the first matchup, which was Fiefdoms versus Goblin Town. We called it as Goblin Town winning that.
Yeah, that's what we called.
And
that's what happened.
It was a bit one-sided.
Just a bit.
How did you find that one?
I expect the Goblin Town to win. The numbers, that pretty much happened. It's not a huge amount of Fiefdoms can do. They get pretty much overwhelmed, letting them 2-on-1 in nearly every fight. At least.
How did you feel about the start? There was some controversy in the start with apparently a model representing Angbor. Like, it's just a shame to see proxies entering the World Cup.
It's a shame on the proxy, isn't it? But is a nice ginger, suitable Scot.
Think he could maybe a younger Angbor.
Yeah, maybe a young Bordy young.
Yeah, like,
3 mate.
What about Harry's strange decision? He was fighting in combat. He rolled a 1. He's got a banner re-roll, and he chose to roll a 2 for that. How did you?
I mean, there's 4 other numbers that would have been better, but it could have been worse. It's not
I don't know what you needed. It wasn't a 2. And I noticed at one point. Why at angle? Why at angle? What
this is the whip.
Is it the whip?
This is the Grinner whip, isn't it?
Yeah. Grinner does his whip angle, and the reason I've noticed it down is that the voice to my left said, "That was a mistake."
That was a mistake.
Maybe
it's just a bit of complacency on the Goblins.
Do you think it was pressure of the match?
They had in the bag at that point, but you could have whipped the other guy, taken an attack off.
Do you think sometimes it is that kind of thing that you think you've got the match in the bag and you just stop making smart decisions?
Just choke.
Yeah. So why do you think that was a bad decision?
If he kills the other guy, he takes an attack off in the combat. If he wins Angbor, he just wins Angbor.
Just wins Angbor.
There's nothing really at that point.
Not really worth it.
Might not even win them.
Might not even win them.
Make him stay with the fate.
Who was that? Was that Jamie being Goblin Town?
Yeah, it was Jamie.
Do you think that's player skill?
Player skill, the mistakes
Choosing,
are
do you think that?
I think at that point he's got in the bag.
Would Harry have whipped Angbor?
With Harry have whipped Angbor?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll never know now.
No.
Maybe tune in for the next World Cup where Harry gets to
comment below
the Goblin.
But it was perhaps the game we expected it to be.
Yeah,
fairly strong pummelling of the Fiefdoms by Goblin Town.
And they need more Scots in them instead. There's Axemen. Axemen are woeful.
Yeah. But then we moved on to an altogether more interesting game.
Yes. Vastly more interesting.
Rohan against. I haven't heard of this faction before. Have you?
Sharky's Red.
Yeah, Sharky's Red.
Sharky's
I don't know what this is. We've got a screenshot here. I think you can bring that up. There you go, Sharky's Red, Sharky's Rouge.
Sharky's Rouge.
Sharky's Rouge. Is that maybe from the new book?
Maybe.
I don't know how far down the production line things are here, but
Sharky moved to France.
I think we'll be using Sharky's Rouge for the entire Group 2.
Yeah.
Perhaps if they progress past
FF.
If they progress, they will. Definitely runners up. If they get past, perhaps we'll have Rogues in any quarter final. But for now, we have Sharky's Red, and we're enjoying them. What do you think of this game?
That game was great. It's the best game of the tournament so far.
Game of the tournament. Strong
Definitely
words.
so far.
So we've had 8 games so far.
Had 8 games. I think that's been the best by quite a margin.
I thought any of Dunlands for me were the best.
Dunlands? For comedy value, maybe.
East Leagues v Dunlands.
Some sort of sick pleasure. Dunland gets smart.
There was a glorious moment at the start that I noticed where Harry shot through 2 in the way rolls and hit and wounded Eowyn, even though she saved it with a fade.
It was a pressure shot.
It was a pressure shot.
At the beginning.
I was wondering if he was channeling the woes
against
from Group 1 against that horse. Yeah, I thought that was a magnificent shot. And of course, as we then later found out, had Jamie felt that fade point and the next one, it all could have been very different.
Extremely different. If that happened.
There was a bit of victimisation going on early on when one went forward and they fried all the thrown spears and did 4 wounds on him.
Yeah, 1. Aye. Well, he threw himself away. It's a bit overkill, really.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame to see that level of bullying.
He's just a wee guy.
He's just a little worm.
Ah.
He just wanted to make friends.
He was coming up to say hello to the Rohan.
He's just having a little chat.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know, chuck a couple, kill him once, chuck another couple if you fail.
You got to take the kill, but it's 4 times.
It seemed a
bit harsh.
Seemed a little brutal to us here on the sofa. There was also I was quite pleased that there was a moment where he shot at Tom and Damian.
He did.
We saw.
Yeah, I think everyone was happy really.
Do you think?
The outcome.
At the outcome, well, indeed, because Tom went down first.
Yeah,
which is
as is correct.
Normally the way. But on that, I was a bit upset to see Jamie leaving that to a roll off. I think he choked a little on the whole kind of.
Yeah,
I mean, just pick a side.
The strong decision would have been just to pick Tom's head. If I'd been playing this Jamie, I think I'd have killed Tom.
Kill the bigot.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so Jamie will have words about that. 50-50 chance, don't really like that. Thank you. There was then one turn which I think proved massively costly in the long run, where in one single turn of combat, Harry failed 5 to wound rolls.
Yeah, it's huge. 5 to win, she should be looking at 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, definitely, and that is a massive swing in a game like that.
Yeah, small. They only have 7 runs plus A1.
A1 plus 7.
So you kill 1, maybe 2 of those. Suddenly the fights are lopsided the next turn. That's makes a big difference.
Next thing I want to do is review another moment of controversy from the match where when Harry did make a breakthrough and he killed a Rohan, Jamie responded with first dead Rohan, is it? You can watch that now.
Yeah.
5s all round.
Yep.
Start with.
Kills him.
Hey.
Dead.
Got a kill.
First dead Rohan, is it?
Party. It is.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Now, what do you think about that kind of thing at the World Cup?
Bit of speech play.
You think it's alright?
Yeah, you got to get into the head.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm fine with that.
I think traditional players of the game would say it was kind of unsporting. I think he knew it was the first dead Rohan. I don't think he was asking Harry, was he?
I think Jamie redeems himself with a sporting move later. when we move on later on.
But I don't know. I know we've had a lot of letters in. We've had a lot of tweets. Get that crap out of your game from I don't know who that is. I can't believe Jamie said that came in from us. What's everyone complaining about? Jamie's completely in the right. It was the first dead Rohan.
It was.
Yeah. So mixed opinions there from the Twitterverse. But I don't know. Strange to see. There was one throwing weapon kill after the lines joined.
Yeah.
Which again does turn it.
It does. The thrown weapon, I think the thrown weapons are definitely worth the points. They're the big strength for the Rohan.
Where do you rate them in a normal game of SPG these days?
Not great, but make a huge difference in a 100-point game when you've only got a small amount.
See, I like them. I think you don't pay a lot of points for them and you get a few decent kills.
2 points a guy. I don't think they're amazing. You need to go en masse. They're one of those ones that you need to go all in.
That's the strength of this list. Done, yeah. We both picked this list as the winner going through, and obviously a lot of that's in throwing weapons. Then Harry, playing Sharky, perhaps makes potentially a mistake similar to Jamie's mistake in the last game when he used one of his immobilisers on Eowyn.
He fails that one, so it's not a huge issue, but I can see where he's coming from there. She's fight 5, so she's taking away the fight value. She's
got 2 will to resist it though.
She does have 2 will to resist, but you roll that 6, she might need that will for later.
Well, she did.
Exactly.
This is it.
If he cast it and then Eowyn had resisted, suddenly the Ruffians win that game. So I can totally see where Harry's come from with that.
I think when you're running out and you've only had 2 will at that point, didn't he? Do it on a Rohan warrior to guarantee the immobilise if you get the team.
You're taking away 1 to wind roll there, but he still gets the dice in the fight.
Yeah, you're keeping a guy alive, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it there.
And getting the higher fight value.
You get the high fight value against that one guy, but you take away the fight value advantage Eowyn, possibly get Sharky in there.
Indeed.
On Eowyn.
But I think maybe that failed immobilise got to Harry because shortly after we saw this.
Very close to death. So do the 2-on-1 first?
Yeah, sure. This one?
Yep. Okay. We get a 5.
Come on, Whitman!
Oh! Gets a 6 and wins it. 5
first
to win.
time.
I have to say he could have whirled.
5. Whitman gets a 6 and wins it. 5 first time.
So, we can't see Harry's eyes in that just before that moment, but I'm pretty sure he's furious.
I feel frustration's boiled over there.
It has. I mean, that is him. There's no doubt in my mind. That is him hurling that dice at that Rohan
His head's
warrior.
gone at that point.
Yeah, his head is gone. He's been known to get kind of emotional, fraught in the big points, hasn't he? And at that point, he thought, I haven't killed 5 of those in combat. The only way I'm going to get rid of one of these is by wanging a dice at it and smashing it up. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
It's a bit unnecessary at that, really. I mean, that Rohan warrior's there, he's been painted up, ready to play in the World Cup, represent Rohan in the World Cup, and then he's just been throwing a dice at him.
I'm surprised the ref didn't come in with some sort of code of conduct warning and that. Yeah. Maybe a yellow, worth a yellow?
Maybe, yeah, that's the sort of thing we don't want to see repeats of that.
I mean, the force it comes down.
The warning out there.
Yeah, the force that dice comes down with, straight at one of Jamie's models. It's brutal.
As well, it's a curved edge dice. You know what we thrown a casino.
Yeah, exactly. If that was a casino dice, that guy's.
It's a broken throne spear.
Yeah, he's missing the next match.
It's done.
Oh, broken throne spear as well.
That'd been awful.
Oh, nightmare. So yeah, hopefully Harry will have a little time to reflect on that, and maybe just roll the dice a little gentler, perhaps next time. But then things were going well for Harry.
They did.
It was going very well.
Fantastic.
Then it turned to, I believe, Sharky and 3 ruffians against Eowyn and one
Rohan.
Possibly 2 Rohan. And then it's the Easterling captain all over again. Courage 4 with a will point.
Only 1 will point.
And here it is.
Priority! It suddenly looks awful for Rohan.
It does.
You get 6. You got a 6, you get it.
Oh, Sharky's courage.
Sharky's courage.
He's got 1 will.
1 will point left.
Rather save.
Oh!
I don't think he's courage 5, is it?
No, we should.
All around his head.
Live book checking.
I don't know whereabouts he is.
Just check the back page, the index.
Sharky's rogues. Sharky.
He's in Isengard.
He is courage 4. Let's be runs.
8, will point 9. Oh, he's gone.
Sharky's courage. Got 1 will. 1 will point left. Rather save. I think he's courage 5.
What was he thinking?
What was he thinking?
I mean,
is that enough?
That is the game.
That's it. At that point.
He passes that.
1 pepper dice.
He rolls a 5 and 1 and 2 dice. All 3 of those ruffians pass. They've got 2 and 1s at least. That's the game.
It's done.
And you're then taking out what we think is the best competition in the group.
Yeah, no, I think the Rohan get through.
Storming in then. So
I'm sure the goblins and the fiefdoms were sitting there praying for a
absolutely
a Sharky pass on that.
And particularly now, do you think they'll carry that forward into the next match?
The Rohan?
No, the Sharky's rogues. You know,
I think they overperformed, definitely.
But right at the end, the captain lets them down.
He lets them down. They got a bit an easier match up next, but you never know, the fiefdoms could.
Think about it.
They could surprise people.
The start of next game, they're pushing forward. They're going to be worried.
They're looking back there. They can't trust this.
Can they trust
it
after that? And as a result of that, 2 of the 3 remaining ruffians legged it.
Did. Well, you've seen your captain go, haven't you?
Yeah. You can't blame him. You can only blame Harry. But that then did leave 1 brave ruffian.
1
against Eowyn and a Rohan warrior.
Did.
Who charges in.
Yeah, this is where I come back to Jamie's sporting behaviour, the advice on the world, the whip.
It was very nice. It was very nice. Do you think it was guilt?
Nah, I don't think.
I think it was guilt.
Do you think it was guilt?
I think it was guilt. I think for the last 8 minutes he's had first dead Rohan is it going over and over in his head.
Could have been last dead Ruffian.
Yeah, thinking like Harry's my friend. I don't know what I was thinking.
Are they friends across the table at this point?
I don't think so. No, between
the heat of the competition.
Yeah, once Jamie said that, and then Harry started hurling his dice at his models. I don't think there's anything left between
them. So friendships are lost.
Yeah, exactly. 100-point games of SPG. But he wins the fight.
He does.
Outstanding from that ruffian. You were cheering Rohan, right?
I was cheering Rohan, but even a small point at me at that point.
You want him to take both, right?
You know I take both. But maybe even if he takes Eowyn and it comes to 1-on-1. But to even kill the warrior.
Kills the warrior, at which point suddenly Eowyn's the easier kill? You know, he only needs a 4 to wound.
Yeah,
and then he's got the fate point. And I think everyone was cheering for the ruffian at that point.
I kind of still wanted Rohan. What have indicated?
What
would be right.
Didn't come off, of course, and then Eowyn runs away.
runs away as in moves away, as opposed to runs like
away.
Ruffian.
Runs
He just
away.
legs in there.
Didn't want to take him.
I don't know.
Right tactical move.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
I was most pleased when I seen Jamie do that.
It's just a bit of a shame to see that kind of, parking the bus in front of the goal.
Sometimes you've got to park a bus.
And then of course Ruffian fails his courage test and he's off.
It's done.
Done. Best game of the tournament.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you didn't rate the Ruffians?
No, they surprised.
Yeah,
they were surprisingly good.
Are you still backing Goblin Town to go through?
I think Goblin Town depends how much the Bows do. The Bows can take a few out, but the Charting Hordes, the Special Strikes, and the Goblins, I think they can take them.
Well, I think
They got a nice win.
I think they
the first
came damn close, and I'm sure if they don't get through, they'll be looking back on that failed courage test. That'll be
the Ruffians, yeah, definitely. That could have cost them dearly.
Dearly. But there we go. Those were tonight's games. So we got them right.
We did.
Yeah, we called Rohan. We both wanted Rohan to win the group, so
Yep.
we kind of wanted that, even though I kind of wanted the Ruffians to win. And we obviously got Goblin Town against Chieftains, the Dunland of Group 2.
I don't know, they could pick up a win.
You think?
Oh, plucky.
Against who?
Ruffians.
Against the Ruffians.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Heartbroken for that Sharky choke.
yeah, they lose all confidence.
That's it.
But so for the moment at least, our predictions for this group go marching on. How did you do? As ever, don't forget to let us know in the comments below how you thought the matches went and how you think they'll play out the rest of it. David, it's been a pleasure.
It has.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Hopefully we'll see you again in the Match Up of the Day studio soon.
I hope so.
And until then, don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe.
Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Support your Hobbit host by clicking in the links below.
Support your Hobbit hobby.
And happy strategy battle game.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.